Good morning, you beautiful bastions of freedom. For this Black Friday, we're going to go right into my bailiwick, my sweet spot, my expertise moment, because we had someone on the left decide to go into the gun control argument around this whole D.C. National Guard shooting, murder in D.C., basically making the argument that it's all about gun control, and that's the solution, and the fact that all of our loose gun laws, and drop some facts, and the really amazing part about it is, they said the quiet part out loud, the part they're never allowed to say because they're amateurs in this field, and we're going to have some fun with that right now. So, guys, if you're enjoying the content, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. We are establishing freedom wherever we find it, and also where it needs to be spread some more. So I'd love to have you guys along for the ride. All right, listen, here's the thing. There's this guy. His name's Alan Lichtman, okay? Lightman, whatever, don't care. He came out with this big political assessment and prediction that Kamala Harris was going to win the election by big margin because of something he calls his 13 keys. And he was completely embarrassed and discredited, and it was bad. But now he's back, and it's about gun control. And he said a few things that I want to spend a little moment on because this, again, is right in the sweet spot of my expertise. He's going out and saying that the reason these National Guardsmen were murdered and guardswomen were assaulted, we know that one died and one is critically wounded, is because of the lack of gun control. Now, then he goes down the road to say 15,000 people are murdered each year in the United States. And the big problem with that is, and that's the ding, 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 ding moment, is the gun controlling auspices of power in the United States, the Everytown for Gun Safety, the Moms Demand Action, the Giffers.org, March for Our Lives. They always say that number is like 43 or 45,000 people are killed by a gun each year. And the reason they do that is because it inflates the numbers. What Alan just did is he said it's 15,000, which is the true number of murders. That's not suicides. That's murders. The number the gun control org use is suicides plus homicides. But Alan made the argument and mistake of 15,000 people. Now, why is that important? Why is that a mistake? Because it cuts the number on the ratio significantly, and it only brings the issues into cities. So 15,000 people out of 350 million people. That cuts down the ratios a little bit. That cuts the gun controller number by around 40%. Actually, no, 60%. And then you come to the other really uncomfortable part of the entire conversation. D.C. is one of the most strict gun control zones in the United States. So the premise of going after gun control and blaming the fact that we have loose gun laws in America for these National Guardsmen's murders and assaults in the biggest gun control city in the United States is kind of stupid.